People would have laughed at you if you had told them a decade ago that they could study anything they wanted for free. The internet has made it easier than ever to learn just about anything you want. So with all this content and courses available, how did you know which ones to learn from and which ones actually work? Luckily for you, Nugget Lover, we have produced a list of the 10 best and most profitable online free courses available right now. Remember that while the first step is completing any of these amazing courses, the second and possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's imperfect action. Let's dive headfirst into that list. Sina Estavi, a cryptocurrency entrepreneur, made waves after paying $2.9 million for an NFT of Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey's first post. However, his efforts to resell it have stalled, with the highest price being around $10,000. The first purchase was one of the most costly non-fungible token transactions at that time, and it came amid a frenzy of interest in the specialized crypto assets, which have since sold for billions of dollars. The non-fungible token, or NFT, of Twitter, TWTR, 0.46% founder Jack Dorsey's first tweet was purchased for $2.9 million by a crypto entrepreneur with the intention of reselling it for $48 million. The highest bidder was less than $300 when the first deadline he set had expired. Sina Estavi, the CEO of Malaysian crypto project Bridge Oracle, relisted the NFT, which she purchased in March 2021 on the OpenSea marketplace for $48 million. Just setting up my Twitter, Dorsey stated in a 2006 tweet. On Twitter, Estavi also stated that he would donate half of the revenues to charity. Last March, Sina Estavi purchased the NFT from Dorsey. The revenues from the transaction, according to the Twitter founder, would go toward COVID-19 relief operations in Africa. Estavi claimed at the time that his purchasing price was a steal. Like the Mona Lisa painting, people were gasped the actual significance of this tweet years later, he said. That forecast hasn't come true a year later. Estavi offered the token for $48 million on the NFT marketplace OpenSea on April 6. He announced on Twitter that he would contribute half of the revenues to Give Directly, an organization that allows users to send money directly to individuals in need. The interest of investors was lukewarm. Only 7 bids for the cryptocurrency had been submitted when the auction finished on Wednesday, according to CoinDesk, with the highest being $280. Since then, further proposals have been submitted. However, the highest offer, $6,200 at the time of publication, is still a bargain compared to what Estavi paid for the NFT, much alone what he intended to make from the auction. The NFT is not obligated to be sold by Estavi. My deadline had passed, but if I receive a nice offer, I may accept it, Estavi told CoinDesk. I might never sell it. NFTs are digital assets that have their ownership information stored on a blockchain. In theory, holding an NFT gives the holder ownership and control over the digital asset. However, it's unclear what Estavi actually controls as a result of buying Dorsey's NFT. Dorsey's tweet is still up on Twitter, and he could have removed it or created more tokens related to it, if he wanted. Users could also take a snapshot of Dorsey's tweet and save it to their computer. In 2021, the NFT market grew dramatically. According to market tracker Non-Fungible, NFT sales reached $17.7 billion last year, up from $82 million in 2020. An NFT's average price climbed from $49.18 in 2020 to $807.52 in 2021. According to a CoinDesk Story, as of Wednesday, the date Estavi set, he had only received 7 total bids ranging from 0.09 ETH USD, negative 0.67% or $274 to 0.0019 ETH, or that's $5.80. Estavi does not appear to be discouraged. "The time I set was over," he told CoinDesk. "But if I get a decent offer, I might accept it. And I might never sell it." Since Wednesday, more bids have come in, with the highest offering 3.3 ETH, or around $10,048. Elon Musk, Twitter's largest shareholder, has also been urged to bid for the NFT, according to Estavi. Musk stated last week that he had purchased 9.2% of Twitter's outstanding stock, and on Thursday, he revealed a bid to purchase the remaining stock in the San Francisco-based firm that he does not already hold. "It's not good if the first tweet isn't owned by the owner of the entire Twitter account," Estavi tweeted. Estavi owns the digital asset that represents Dorsey's tweet, but it's unclear whether he also owns the copyright. The tweet could be removed by Dorsey or Twitter. Estavi listed the tweet for resale on the prominent NFT marketplace OpenSea, seeking $48 million. After offers in the low hundreds of dollars in the first week, the price tag was removed. The highest bid was 3.3 Ethereum, which is around $10,000 in Bitcoin. "My offer to sell was costly, and not everyone could afford it," Estavi told Reuters through Twitter direct message, adding that he was no longer sure if he would sell the NFT. "Who wants to buy it is essential to me. I will not sell this NFT to everybody because I do not believe everyone deserves it," Estavi added. NFTs are a type of crypto asset that may be used to track who owns a digital content like a picture, video, or text. The value of an NFT cannot be guaranteed, and the market is full of scams, fraud, counterfeits, and market manipulation. Estavi, on the other hand, felt sure in the purchase's worth. "This NFT isn't simply a tweet. It is the digital equivalent of the Mona Lisa," he remarked. Estavi, who now lives in Malaysia, said he was detained in Iran last May 2021 and held in solitary confinement until his release in February. He was accused of disrupting the country's economic structure, according to Iranian official media in May 2021. Estavi said that he was jailed as a result of the rise of his crypto exchange, Bridge Oracle, and that he was a victim of crypto. These details could not be independently verified by Reuters. "I need the Bitcoin community's backing," Estavi told Reuters. In a tweet on April 6, he announced the NFT sale and promised to donate half of the earnings, estimated to be at least $25 million, to charity. He stated that the remainder would be used to fund Bridge Oracle. It's easy to see only the huge wins if you only look at NFTs through the headlines. The first NFT collection, CryptoPunks, was free to mint in 2017 and currently sells for more than $150,000. People who paid $250 for a Bored Ape Yacht Club a year ago now have an NFT that can easily sell for over $300,000. However, as with every speculative market, the NFT world has its share of losses. There are plenty of them. Last year, cryptocurrency entrepreneur Sina Estavi placed a tweet up for a 7-day auction, tweeting that he would give half of the anticipated $50 million sale to charity. According to CoinDesk, the highest offer at the end of the auction was $280 or 0.09 Ethereum. Estavi has the option of accepting or rejecting offers on the NFT's marketplace OpenSea. He claimed that he's open to more bids, which seems counterintuitive in an auction, and the top price is currently $4,631 or 1.5 Ethereum. When the NFT of Jack Dorsey's first tweet, which sold for $2.9 million last year, was recently put up for resale, it failed to generate interest. Only 7 bids were received, ranging from 0.0019 to 0.09 ETH, or $6 to $280. It's a far cry from the owner's $48 million asking price. The auction is clearly not finished, and there's still time for the last-minute bids to come in and drive the price even higher. It's already more than 10 times higher than the end of auction bid of $280. However, it appears improbable that it will reach $2.9 million, let alone the $50 million that Estavi had hoped for. Before reopening the auction, Estavi told CoinDesk, "The deadline I set was over, but if I get a decent offer, I might take it. I might never sell it." Estavi was asked for comment but did not answer right away. Dorsey's tweet sale may represent the pinnacle of befuddlement for the majority of those who are perplexed by the popularity of non-fungible tokens. NFTs are to digital assets what deeds are to real estate. They are a receipt that shows ownership, not the item itself. That makes sense for an NFT created by an artist and sold to a customer, but not so much for a tweet. The NFT would be for an asset that no longer exists if Dorsey deletes a tweet or if Twitter removes it. However, those thinking that this signals the end of NFTs may be disappointed. Last month, non-fungible coins worth over $2.4 billion were traded on OpenSea. Last April, when Estavi first purchased the NFT, OpenSea had a volume of $96 million. Many blockchain proponents claim that the current condition of NFTs, which are primarily bought and sold as status symbols among the crypto wealthy, is the technology's initial phase. They compare it to the late 90s internet. It's both a proof of concept and a service. While no one knows what the next phase of technology will be, the majority of people are turning to the Metaverse, where millions have already been invested on lands and objects. This week's cover story demonstrates that NFTs don't always sell for exorbitant amounts. We will go over the attempted auction of an NFT off a tweet from former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, which sold for $2.9 million a year ago and drew a top bid of $280 this week. The NFT's owner, entrepreneur Sina Estavi, placed it up for auction last week, predicting a winning price of $50 million. The NFT, on the other hand, plunged with a peak bid of only $280 on the OpenSea NFT Market Plaza. The proposal was turned down by Estavi. If the winning bid in a timed auction is under 1 Ether, sellers on OpenSea do not have to consent to it. On the NFT, Estavi is taking new offers, and the current offer is a bit less than $14,000 as of this writing. The technical specification of NFTs linked to tweets are complicated. NFTs are to digital assets what deeds are to a house. They are not the asset themselves, but a receipt that proves ownership, writes CNET senior writer Daniel Van Boon. That may make sense for an NFT created by an artist and sold to a punter, but it makes far less sense for a tweet. If Dorsey deletes a tweet, or if Twitter pulls it, the NFT would be for an asset that no longer exists. Sina Estavi is a crypto entrepreneur who purchased a digital token reflecting Twitter founder Jack Dorsey's very first tweet last year. He paid $2.9 million for it, and last month he attempted to recoup his investment by auctioning it off in the hopes of making $48 million, and it didn't work. Put the NFT up for sale on April 9, aiming to garner roughly $50 million for it and then donate at least $25 million of the proceeds to charity. The NFT was auctioned off, and the highest offer came in at $277 from a small group of buyers. A subsequent offer of $3,600 has been made, but that is still a long way from $2.9 million, let alone $48 million. The sales timing is obviously intriguing. Estavi was recently released from prison in Iran, where he had been held for 9 months on charges of disrupting the economic system. During that period, his cryptocurrency operation failed, and his attempts to pacify people who were harmed by the collapse were regarded with skepticism. Estavi's auction took place at a time when NFT sales on OpenSea the industry's single largest platform, were down about 50% in 2022, from nearly $5 billion in January to $2.5 billion in March. This drop has prompted blue-chip NFT owners to look for other applications for their tokens, which is an intriguing development because it suggests there was ever a use for them in the first place. The booming non-fungible token ecosystem could be a conduit for money laundering, according to a new analysis from the U.S. Department of Treasury. They argue that the growing use of digital art as a financial asset or investment could enable criminals to launder money and fund terrorism. According to the Treasury Department, depending on the structure and incentives of specific activities in this area of the market, the burgeoning online market may bring new hazards, like the purchase of NFTs, digital units on an underlying blockchain that can represent ownership of a digital work of art. NFTs as a money laundering tool. NFTs, according to the department, aid in determining who owns a piece of property linked to a wallet. The Treasury, on the other hand, recognizes the sector's risk because buyers and sellers establish a product's price without being subjected to due diligence procedure. Based on this, the Treasury concluded that unscrupulous actors may buy an NFT with illicit monies and then launder the money by selling it to unsuspecting collectors. The study cited a number given by U.S. authorities demonstrating the space's exponential growth in the first 3 months of 2021, which climbed to more than $20 billion by the end of the year. The capacity to trade non-fungible tokens on peer-to-peer markets is another money laundering risk identified in the use of non-fungible tokens, according to the paper, because they do not include institutional market participants who may be subject to corporate legislation. The U.S. Treasury Department's report is unexpected, given that Chainalysis, a crypto research business, recently published a paper claiming that NFT trades may be used to facilitate money laundering. The cryptocurrency entrepreneur who paid $2.9 million for a non-fungible token of Twitter founder Jack Dorsey's first tweet hoped to sell it for $48 million, more than 16 times what he paid. However, following a week-long auction, the highest price received was only $280. And that is it for this video, Nugget Lover. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you will start to see results. See you soon.